You know, we could probably rob this whole building while Team Rocket does. I mean, hi everyone! Hey everyone! I am Mike of Mike Test Play, and welcome back to the Pokemon Yellow Immortal Pikachu Nuzlocke. Last time, well, we started Silph and obtained the card key and got access to healing kind of right away as our priority. And so this time we are, well, gonna go through Silph, and I'm just gonna finish off the 9th floor first. Because, I don't know, we're here. So the goal is to finish Silph like tomorrow. Pretty much. Because we've got a lot of things going on. Alright, so here's the skinny. Here's what is going to happen in these next couple episodes, because things are going to get a little bit wonky. Because I know that I've been like charting out my genius plans for all this. Some of them will still be intact. Some of them not so much. Here's what's happening. Really? I thought, oh, the week special stat, easy water gun K. Okay, whatever. Here's what's happening. Episode 32 came out like 2 days ago. You might notice this is episode 33. That's not great when I'm trying to be ahead of things. So, it's just been a crazy, basically 2 months, holidays, and then every family member that we have has a birthday in January. And so a lot of weekends are taken up with birthday things, including both of us. Mike and Tess both have January birthdays. And I know that this is coming out in February, but, you know, it's January now when it's recording. Who's up next? Stu is up next. Okay, excellent. So, like, things are a little behind right now. I usually like to be a little more ahead on recording than I am. And you know what? We're going to start with the 2nd floor now that we've cleared out the 9th. Because there's no trainers on the 1st. All right, so we've got 9 floors left. Cool. And basically, I am still trying to sneak up on every rocket, so I'll probably fail at some point because they don't always appear on screen before they can see me, but, you know, giving it a shot. Well, that is not who I wanted to see here. It's fine. Horn attack would be fine. So, since I'm a little bit behind, and I've got a massive grind coming, basically. I'm aware of that. It's the pre-Sabrina grind. So, essentially what I have here is a choice to make. Since I'm behind in recording, my goal was to, you know, grind between Silph and Koga to be level 43 for Koga. But that basically means that I have to record to the end of Silph and then beat get through Koga's gym. And then I have to grind, then do the Koga episode, then grind again. With a recording schedule that's far out in advance, that's totally easy. With what I'm on right now, not so much. So basically, I have a choice here. I'm going to have a good window to record a bunch of episodes this coming weekend, and I'd like to use that to get ahead, but I can't do that if I'm spending the whole weekend, you know, grinding basically in between episodes. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to see how far we can get in the course of a normal, you know, 20 to 25 minute episode through all of Silph. If I can do it in under 2 episodes, 2 complete episodes, including this one, which I'm going to try my darndest to do, then we're going to just go straight at Koga with a wildly underleveled team. Primarily because, and I don't think the Magnemite has an electric type move, which is why I'm still keeping Q in here. Which means it'll be a wild Koga fight. But the thing is, Koga is high leveled, but he's not that tough. So I'm not overly worried about him. I know that that's a terrible idea in a hardcore Nuzlocke where I've got a wonky team. But, alright, Magneton, I'm gonna just, in case he does have an electric move, I'm just gonna have Fluffums take care of it. Because, yeah, I can't underestimate the rockets here, I know that. So, if I can get Silph done, we're just going straight at Koga. We're going to take him on in, like, episode, what, 35? He did have an electric-type move. I was right to switch. All right, excellent. And, yeah, that's basically the plan. But if I don't... And then, you know, I'll do the massive grind. I know that there's a hidden item, so maybe there's not in Gen 1. And then I'll have, you know, the massive grind off screen as planned for Sabrina. And then this weekend, when I have a giant stretch to record, I can do, you know, a lot, you know, 3 or 4 weeks worth, hopefully. If Silph takes longer than I'm anticipating, which I'm thinking it'll take 2 full episodes, considering we already kind of started last episode, and, you know, we've only got 9 floors to go. We're almost through the first, I don't know. But if it does take longer than that, then what'll happen is, basically, the whole grind will happen off screen and Koga will just be easy. So if you're hoping that this Nuzlocke stays as difficult as I've been making it along the way, hope that I can tear through Silph pretty quickly. If not, then, you know, and I'm going to say, okay, you're a scientist, which means pretty much just electric and poison types. Fluffums! Time for a field day, buddy. You are not a Silph employee, you liar! So yeah, so that's what's happening now, and it's weird to have like real life things kind of affect the Let's Play, because I mean it's happened before. We've had like breaks and stuff because of real life things, but it's weird to have it be like I just have straight up not had time to record as the reason. But you know, basically, I want this Nuzlocke to go well. So, but I also want it to be exciting and kind of unpredictable. So, you know, at this point we've had 5 losses. I'd love to finish without any more losses. I want this little team of, you know, kind of, I mean, I have legitimately like kind of 2 good Pokemon on the team right now, if you're going by like traditional rankings of them, which is still not the point of a Nuzlocke, and that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm choosing the team this way. But like, it's why I'm using the ones that I have this way. But you know, I mean, I'm hoping we don't, because at this point I'm doubting anybody will even be 40. And Koga's totally doable at that point, but it won't be easy. So, you know, just gonna... you are not a rocket. I like how, like, the NPCs, like, automatically face the camera. Like when, oh look, TM36 is self-destruct. Won't be using that one, we'll be selling that one. At some point. Is my team, like, banged up? Nah, they're fine. I can go straight to the 3rd floor. But yeah, no, I'm hoping not to face Koga at, like, level 40. I'm hoping to be more like... Well, no, you know what? It'll be fine. If we do take him on at 40, it'll be fine. I've done it. I've faced Koga, even yellow Koga, in, like, the mid-30s plenty of times. Even in Nuzlocke, because I'm just like, grinding! But Sabrina's the one who scares me, so Sabrina's the one who will be like, hey, level 50. So yeah, at this rate, let's see, we're through 1 floor. We're about 9 minutes in. I said that I think exactly as I hit the 9-minute mark, and I just want that noted, like, rewind and hypnosis. No point in staying in at this point. Psychic type thing, you know what? You got this, buddy. Get him. Okay, thank goodness that missed. All right, Swift. You cannot miss with Swift. Excellent. Yeah, Q hit level 37. Excellent. Fantastic things happening here. And then we will fly. That's scary. Okay, cool. That did not do much. Raticate outspeeds me anyway. Good to know. Good to know. And it tail whipped and didn't Hyper Fang, and I don't really care about a tail whip because Swift is just going to pick up the KO. Whew. So yeah, so that's what's happening. It's like I feel like every other episode I give out like a layout of what we're gonna do, and then like 2 episodes later I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing any of that now. So Fluffums is up next. Yeah. I'm just debating whether I should go and heal because reasons. I am avoiding that teleporter at all costs because that takes me to the rival battle that I do not want to do before I wipe out every Rocket member. Alright, so let's talk about something that isn't crazed Nuzlocking plans because, yeah. Let's talk about, story time. I think I promised a story time like 3 episodes ago and then I forgot that. And then I actually had to rewatch parts of episode 30 to see which story time I ended off with, because I forgot. Because it's been like a month and a half since I did that recording session. Yeah, I've done 2 episodes between then and now. It's crazy. That guy dropped my defense, but Weezing can't do squat to Flopfums. All right. Whew, okay. So I am liking how relatively quickly we are picking up levels here. Like, zipping through, which is excellent. And so story time. So when last we left off in Mike's, where the heck is Shorts is up next. Okay. We had done Hoenn, which was kind of just easy. Sinnoh would be the next journey I would like to take you through. Sinnoh is, well, notoriously difficult because Cynthia, and also some other battles in Sinnoh. So I came at it pretty well prepared. I actually had 2 of what I consider kind of failed Nuzlocks. It's really just abandoned Nuzlocks in Sinnoh, where I just lost a team member or 2 in Victory Road, had 0 Pokemon within like 20 levels of grinding, and just said, I'm done! I don't want to do this anymore! Yes, that happened twice in Victory Road in a Sinnoh game. Once in Platinum, once in Pearl, I believe. But finally, I decided to do Diamond version, and actually, you know, I was like determined. I was like, even if I lose Pokemon in Victory Road, I'm not giving up this time. So I went at it. I random pick for a Nuzlocke. I did my usual thing, got Piplup, which I love Piplup. I believe all 3 Sinnoh starters are actually dead even in terms of viability. It's just a really well-designed starter trio, in my opinion. Going to the 4th floor now. And so, where was I? Right. So in Sinnoh, I started with a Piplup, and I added the... I missed the... I thought I had... So much for my sneak attempts! Not a big deal. So, you know, I caught the obligatory Starly, and then, you know, kind of just progressed for a while. I added a Geodude fairly early on because Geodude is just such a good Pokemon. Underrated, in my opinion, in most of the games on which the Geodude line appears. Oddly, this game, Gen 1, is like one of the ones where he's not all that great because rock moves kind of were terrible, and... I mean, he's still actually pretty good. That defense, that attack, Earthquake, all good things. But either way, I picked up a Geodude fairly quickly and crushed Rourke because Geodude, pretty much just a auto win there, especially since you have the Rock Smash HM available right away. There's gotta be a hidden item in one of these. Just one of them. But then I got my way through to Floaroma Town and added an unexpected team member because I always try the honey trees to see if I can get like something cool. Yeah, I'm gonna save that guy for like Stew or Fluffums. And I got a female Combi on the first honey tree, and I just have a personal policy. Anytime you get a super rare Pokemon, this is a nightmare matchup. Shorts can take them. One Hyper Fang. Okay, scared. And Shorts is fine. Alright, excellent. And this guy better not follow this up with a Machoke. Drowsy. Cool. Good match for Shorts. Alright. And yeah, I just have a policy in a Nuzlocke. If I get an absurdly rare Pokemon, I probably add it to the team if it's, well, you know, if I have a slot available. You know, I mean, I have a Tauros in this particular game, and I haven't added him yet. But if somebody dies, which I'm hoping does not happen, Tauros is absolutely like, well, I mean, possibly first. It depends on, you know, on who. There's other options to consider. Execute. Yeah, anyway, so I added a female Komi, and, you know, Eterna Forest was right there, like, perfect for grinding. So I then had a Vespiquen. But in the Eterna Forest, there's a double battle. Well, all of them are double battles if, you know, you make them, and I do, because that's part of the, you know, you grind with the partner. Cheryl is amazing for grinding, but also the downside is, you know, she might just make your Pokemon lose because of double battles. Alright, this Electrode is very scary. So Stu, I'm just hoping you do well, bud. Just hoping you can... Okay, that's a good start. That's good because we're not using special. We're using physical. And now just don't blow up. It didn't blow up! And didn't Gen 1 miss. Alright, excellent. But in there's a battle where one trainer has a Pachirisu, and the other trainer has the Beautifly line. Now, you might have noticed, if you're listening to my team's construction, if you can keep track of my rambling here, that my team at that point... I'm just going to go here. Let's post a floor. That my team at that point had, you know... 3 Pokemon weak to electric types, and a Geodude. Now, in the forest, I actually added a Budew to the team, but, yeah. You know, it was a low-level Budew, and it was the Beautifly line. So I'm thinking... Oh, I did not mean to double here, but that's fine. So I'm thinking, hey... I've got a Geodude. This is fine. Geodude was my, like, alright, it doesn't really matter that I have 3 Pokemon weak to electric types because... 5th floor now. Because, you know, I've got a Geodude. Yeah, he died in that battle. Because what happened was, it went, Beautifly landed a crit. You are also, I believe... mostly electric types. Beautifly landed a crit absorb. Geodude, which did barely half, by the way. Geodude missed the rock throw on the Beautifly. It then followed that with a second crit absorb. And I did not expect you to have a Kadabra. This is scary. No, it's not. Nidaking's amazing. Okay. Mr. Lie. You know what? Shorts, you've got this, buddy. Not weak to Psychic. Good physical attack. It's gonna not confuse you here. It did not confuse you. Okay, and now good physical attack. Mr. Mime's trash. Physical defense. How did that not one-hit KO? I am shocked. Shorts is having kind of a rough time here. But he gets the win anyway. Okay. So yeah, crit, miss, crit with the second absorb. Geodude went down. And the rest of the fight went wonky, because, you know, I then had to focus on the Pachirisu. It was just... Whew, it was a scary one. But, you know, lost a Geodude very early on. Never a great start. And so I was like, ugh. But, you know... Playing with Dupes Clause has some advantages. In Sinnoh, the greatest advantage, I could just go all the way around, but I already lost the sneak attempt, so I'm just going straight at this guy. The biggest advantage to Dupes Clause in Sinnoh is that if you get an encounter in like the Jagged Pass, I believe it's called, Seriously, what is up with all these psychic types? You know what? Q. Let's see how you do here. The biggest advantage is not horn attack, not horn attack. Cool. That if you're just going through Jagged Pass, followed by what's the thing? Orberg Gate, followed by the mine in Orberg, you get basically guaranteed a Geodude, a Zubat, and an Onix. That means that by the time you reach Wayward Cave, you have a guaranteed Bronzor if you stay on the top floor. Now, some people would say, no, go for the Garchomp. I disagree with this because, I mean, Garchomp is absolutely busted, but unless you're playing Platinum, he's kind of weak for a long time, and Bronzong is just... I think this guy will finally have things that Nidoking is good against. But you get a guaranteed Bronzong, and Bronzong is, in Diamond and Pearl, a perfect answer to Cynthia's Garchomp, if it has Levitate. Levitate Bronzong resists everything it can throw at you. Brick Break becomes its best move, and it often uses it, and it doesn't do all that much. You pack it up with Iron Defense, and basically you can just sit there and use Extra Sensory, which has 30 PP, and just whittle it down. It takes away the biggest threat in Diamond and Pearl, so that's what I did. I duped my way to a Bronzor. So, got a Bronzor in Wayward Cave, eventually evolved Budew, so, you know, pretty good. And then, along the way, I kept noticing that I was running into problems primarily with not having an answer to Gyarados. It was like literally like everything is fine except Gyarados. So I had a Pikachu, and it became a Raichu. And that went actually pretty good, pretty well, because that gave me Roselia plus Raichu meant that Pressure Wake was real easy. I'm pretty sure it was a Raichu already by that point. Might have still been a Pikachu, for all I remember. I just remember the end result was like, oh yeah, no problems. And, you know, Prinplup is back up. So I had no problems through Gym 6, honestly. Just kind of crushed everything on the way. It was Diamond Pearl, so Fantina wasn't a problem. And then on the way to the 7th gym in the snow routes, there's a trainer with a Lopunny. That Lopunny knows Mirror Coat. My freshly evolved Roserade was not aware that it knew Mirror Coat. I missed the KO on I don't even know, I think a Giga Drain by like 4 HP. And yeah, then it one-shot me in return with Mirror Coat. So it was upsetting. And, you know, TM9, I'm not even gonna look. None of the TMs here are good except for one. It's Earthquake. It's on one of the top floors. This episode's gonna be just a touch longer because I want to finish the Sinnoh story. And, you know, we're through, what, 5 out of 10 floors now? Pretty good. So anyway, so that team then, well, lost Roserade, replaced it with the only water ground type I had, because I had missed out on Shellos everywhere, Whiscash, because why not? So I'm feeling great, because I got to the Elite Four with 2 losses, both of which were on like super weird scenarios. And you know what? It went bad. We got through the first 3 members of the Elite Four with absolutely 0 trouble. I remember that. At this point, the team was Empoleon, Staraptor, Bronzong, all of which were really good, Vespiquen, Raichu, and Whiscash, which are just a good Pokemon, but weird combination there. Excellent, finally, Fighting Time 1 encounter. And so, you know, it was a wonky team, but it did really well. Crushed the first 3 members of the Elite Four, no losses, no worries even. I think Flint's Infernape gave us like a bit of a scare before Whiscash just one-shot it. Like, that was it. And then we got to Lucian. I was real prepped for Lucian. I had my own Bronzong with Levitate, which was basically invincible against his. Vespiquen's got a good matchup there. Empoleon, very good against the non-focus blasters. Staraptor, pretty awesome. I don't think there's anybody in here. Yeah, and alright, Bing's still in good health. So, like, it was looking good. I got through the Mr. Mime. I think Staraptor just destroyed it. Yes, Staraptor did destroy it, but was hurt in the process. And then, what am I doing? Swords Dance. Yeah, it's a Zubat. And as long as it doesn't confuse me here. Okay, cool. Staraptor was hurt in the process of beating Alakazam, but... Or, not Alakazam, Mr. Mime, the lead. But, you know, it was fine. And then the Bronzong came out immediately, and I was like, okay. So I set out my own Bronzong, which did have Feint Attack, and basically took, like, 30 turns wiping out its PP for everything except Earthquake, because once it used Earthquake once, it knew that I had Levitate and didn't even try anymore. So that was good. And then, well, you know what? Then we're going to leave on a cliffhanger. What happened at the end of that Nuzlocke? We'll find out in story time, because, yeah, I don't want the episode to be, like, crazy long. So you'll have to find out next time what happened at the end of that Nuzlocke, because I'm going to see you guys then. So thank you so much for watching, and next time we're going to try to take on the rest of Silph Co. See if we can do it, including the 3 bosses. And, yeah, we'll see what we can do. See you guys then.